Good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning back into Healthy Tips Tuesday with your girl Latisse. I hope your day is going great. As you know, mine definitely is because I get to share some amazing tips with you all. So let's not waste any more time. Let's just hop right into it. This week on Healthy Tips Tuesday, the topic of conversation is make this year your year. I wanted to talk on this topic because at the beginning of each year, we get this sense of energy that this year is going to be our year. And for most of the time, at the end of the year, that weight that you wanted to keep off, you didn't keep it off. That savings that you put aside from your taxes, it's no longer there. Those toxic people that you said that you were going to leave in the following year and not put yourself around them, you're back around. And this is a pattern that I myself had every single year. And I ended up with the exact same results, not accomplishing any of the goals that I set out to accomplish. I don't know how that feels for most people, but for me, it did not feel good. It made me feel worse and worse every single year that I did not accomplish what I wanted to accomplish by the end of the year. And it affected my confidence, it affected my state of mind. And those are two components that are really important to you becoming the person that you want to become and living a successful life. So, even though we're almost 90 days into 2018, that does not mean that this year can't still be your year. These last 3 months have probably not started off that great for you, and things have been looking really, really bad just for the moment. And that's I say that just for the moment because it is just for the moment. If you allow it to be just for the moment. And it's time to make some really good decisions for yourself, some great decisions that can continue to for you to make this year your year. And I would definitely start by saying, which is my first tip, write your goals down and place them in places that you can see them every day. In the bathroom, I know that sounds a little dramatic, but trust and believe, having things, even little sticky notes on the mirror or on the side of the mirror where it reminds you of what's important. When you open your agenda, have something where when you open your phone you can see it, just to remind you of what's important and what goals that you set out for yourself for the year or just in general. Because a lot of times once we walk out our door, most there's so many distractions and there's so many things that like just take our focus for too long out of our day, where we tend to forget about what's important to us or and for us. So that is a really, really good way to keep it in your head and keep you focused and your eye on the goal. Tip number two is analyzing what it was that you did wrong those following years. As we hear it all the time, you learn from your mistakes, and that's the only way that you can learn from them is really by paying attention and analyzing what it was that you were doing wrong, so you don't keep making those same mistakes over and over again. If you sit down and actually do this, it will not only help you to focus in on what it is that you're doing or what's triggering you to constantly make the same mistakes over and over again, but it also will help you to focus on what's really the first thing to that's important that you need to pay close attention to and tune more into, that will set the tone for your year to be a successful year. For an example, one of my goals for this year is to build my credit and have a certain amount of money saved in my account. So, with that being said, in order for me to reach that goal at the end of the year, I have to really pay attention to how I spend. I really have to pay attention to, removing things off of my credit that is really pretty much bringing my score down. So, in order for me to do that, I had to analyze on what I was doing before. What was I wasting money on? What was I spending? What things was I spending money on that really wasn't important, where I could have been putting money to the side. My third and final tip is accept the challenge. Accept the fact that in order for you to accomplish whatever your goals are for this year, you have to, you know, accept the fact that it will require a lot of time and energy and dedication. And by doing that, you also are, being realistic with yourself about how much that you can take on. A lot of times we're at that breaking point sometimes, or we just to the point where, what, I've done this for so many years and I didn't get anywhere, and I'm just ready to do this and I want to do it. But yes, nothing great happens quickly. So take your time, one day at a time, one goal at a time. And because if you put too much on yourself, you get drained, and it's just pretty much going to put you in position to not want to do anything, and then just be like, you know what, I'm just going to start over next year. And that's the habit that we should all try to break. Stop pushing stuff off and do what needs to be done right now. So thanks you everyone for tuning in to Healthy Tips Tuesday with your girl, and I cannot wait to tune back in with you guys next Tuesday. But before I sign off, I just want to leave you with one little quote of mine that is one of my favorite quotes that stuck with me throughout the years, and that is, our lives are a result of our choices, and if you don't like your life, it's time to make some better choices. So thank you all for tuning in. See you later.